The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you're following on the social media and you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you get the notification when we do our live streams Wednesdays, 11 a.m., Saturdays, 2 p.m. But really, the best way to get your suggestion to me is over on the Discord server. Our lovely moderator, Tria, has set up the Wild Side with Eric Clark Discord server. Everything you need to participate with the CONCURPAs is over there on the Discord server. So if you have a video suggestion for me, past YouTube reactions I post up there, I'm taking applications to my medieval tavern so you can come work for me for a pittance and pay for overpriced bread. We do band news, we do gaming news, as you can see, all kinds of subfolders for my lovely CONCURPAs to join in the craziness that is the Wild Side with Eric Clark. So head over to the Discord server and get joined up. It's free. And it's easier than my sister. And as a matter of fact, that's where today's video is coming from. Not from my sister, but from the Discord server. As you can see, I have my tree up. I've got my nice sweater on. It is the holiday season. The first suggestion in the Discord server happens to be a Christmas song. Now, I don't speak Finnish. I think it's a made-up language that it's like when you were a kid and you made up a language to keep your parents from knowing your plans. I think that's what it is, but it's like for a nation that doesn't want anyone to know what they're doing. Like, I think that's what it is because it's like one of the most difficult languages ever. So I'm not going to pretend that I know what is going on, but I know the song, so that's okay. But fill me in down below with everything I need to know about Raskasta, Joulua. I don't know if I said that correct because, again, like with Welsh, I think you're just using a bunch of letters and calling it a word. So I don't think it's... But let me know down below with everything I need to know about Raskasta Joulua. I know it's heavy Christmas. And Floor Jansen's performance of one of my favorite Christmas carols, O Holy Night. Let's check it out on the Wild Side.
Raskasta joulua -konserttikiertue on pysähtynyt Ouluun ja yksi illan odotetuimmista esiintyjistä on Floor Jansen, jonka jouluperinteet jakautuvat usean maan kesken.
In Sweden, and I noticed it here in Finland too, there are stronger traditions that are very involved around the same kind of food. It's very important you eat your latiko, or in Sweden you really eat yourself senseless to fish. So I'm finding my way and also enjoying food that I do eat.
Floor Jansenin ääni soi tarvittaessa korkealta ja kovaa. Tänään se soi lisäksi usealla eri kielellä.
I mean, it's actually 4 languages because with Ave Maria, it's even some Latin. Big challenge. I mean, it's the whole language. Both are in a different position in the mouth. So you form vowels and words differently, and then of course there's the difference in an R or an R. Really, in the beginning, I had to really struggle and study to get Jouluyö, which is still remarkably hard to pronounce when you don't sing it.
Jouluyö. Can't even say it. If she's having trouble with it, I feel okay.
I've been practicing my Finnish a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm still quite sure everybody else here in the room does better than me. So please join me and sing with me. Will you?
Okay, Floor Jansen, Oh Holy Night. Change that to Oh Holy Crap, is what that was. I need a second. I actually do. I do need a second here. I will start by saying this. There is a different reverence to these carols, I think. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. When a certain group of nations, cultures, take these carols, modernize them, metalize them, it's never coming off like cheeky. A lot of times when you hear metal Christmas music or songs that are traditionally Christmas carols done to metal, first you're thinking Trans-Siberian Orchestra. But I think a lot of times these songs are done in a campy way, in a cheeky way, in a fun holiday festive way. Whereas what I've noticed from a certain geographical region is that the carols hold, maybe it's a historical value, a culturally historical value that is not maintained outside of what I consider to be the origin area of Christmas, of these carols, of this spirit. When you hear it sung this way, and I've said this about Floor Jansen before, she has a very unique way of infantilizing you, of cutting through all of your pretense, all of your safeguards, and provide you such a, I'm trying to focus because of where I went. She provides you with such a security blanket and such a softness and such a safety in this. When you turn yourself over to a piece, you can find yourself lost in the piece. And sometimes when you're lost in the piece, you'll find that you panic. Your heart rate goes up. You start to diverge from the innocence that took you there. You start to age that nostalgia. And what Floor does is she keeps you in that nostalgia. So you remain guileless. You remain innocent. You remain in rose-colored hue, right, around your thoughts. And yet, it's almost as if the power that she's also bringing with that safety, with that comfort, with that infantilization, the power that she brings, one could argue, is oppressive. It's a, a smothering with a Nerf. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because, okay, here's what it is, man. And as you watch my videos, as you get to know me, you'll see that I'm quite tangential in my thought process and stream of consciousness. This is why it's hard for me. My memories of family holiday, very limited. Long time ago, I was very young, and then next thing you know, I'm on my own. So I have very limited nostalgic memories of certain periods of time and certain connections. When I was a kid, all the neighborhood kids, we lived in not a very nice place called Camden, New Jersey in the 1970s. Wasn't a very nice place. everybody had a hustle, right? You always had a hustle. In the winter, during the Christmas week, couple weeks leading up to Christmas, the neighborhood kids would get together and we would go around and we would sing Christmas carols from door to door down the row houses along the street. Look, these people throw batteries at Santa Claus, okay? So you're talking about a bunch of 9, 10-year-old kids roaming the streets singing Christmas carols. We had this kid, I can't remember his name, I wish I could. But he would sing that song, and we would kind of hum along behind him, and he would sing that song. And people would give you money. You know, sometimes they'd come out with little cups of like warm cider or whatever like that. But for the most part, we were looking for money. We were hustling for money. So we'd go down to the bodega and get something to eat. So there was this kid in the group, and he would sing this. And one of the things that I remember most is how no matter what we sang, people would, react however they would react. But there's something about that song, if sung properly, that transports you to an outer consciousness and you're floating in a subconscious at this point. And that's what she's doing here, where she's taking you on this journey through your own nostalgia, through your own memories, and through your own life. And the whole time it's this warm nostalgia, but it's also very heavy because it's keeping you there. You can't escape it. And I've always said that about her vocals, man, is that you can't run from them. And when you take a carol, a hymn, a song such as O Holy Night, or again, I can't pronounce it in Finnish, it cuts through it. There's such an innocence to that carol. There's such a purity to her vocal that adds the brightest of light to that vocal. So I talk about colors. I always talk about hearing the colors. And these are yellows and pinks and blues that she is creating with her vocals. And they're so bright and they're so vibrant, yet they're almost in the right light, transparent. It's weird. It's so weird. I have such difficulties sometimes describing how she can take something so simple, something so common, and create such a personal connection to it. Very similar to Ann Wilson of Heart, Pat Benatar, Jonette Napolitano of Concrete Blonde. These vocalists have a power that and a control that is unlike anything you'll ever experience in your life. And Floor Jansen is the next iteration of those expectations. So for many years, we always went, well, you're not as good as this, you're not as good as that. Now we have Floor Jansen. So she is now the barometer that we use. When you see things like this, you're like, oh, that's what I mean. Oh, holy crap, dude. Because that's when you see it and you're like, I was going to sing that because that's how it happened when we were kids. We were singing the song and then this kid broke out and everybody went, well, it's pointless for me to join in. Like, we're just going to kind of stand back here, and do our thing. Go ahead. Obviously, we have no place in this performance. So that is one of those flexes where, as a musician, as a singer, as an aspiring talent, you see and you go, like, that's what I got. Like, that's my competition, bro. All right, man. I want to go back to the accounting firm. And the band did a great job too, because again, you can hear and feel the reverence in the tones of the guitars and the bass and the drums and the power, and it all coming together with the keyboards and the keys, just stringing it all together with this thread of classic tone. Everything is thick and rich. And again, it's what stands out for me. Like I said, there's a certain group, there's a certain demographic, if you will, that just has a different tone to these performances than others do. Again, a lot of times I hear it, and I'm not talking about Bob Rivers, I Am Santa Claus, or anything like that. I mean, I think you get what I'm saying. You guys aren't stupid. I think you know where I'm going with this. I love watching that because there's such a reverence to the material as a wonderful... See, again, maybe it's because, with the commercialization of Christmas and everything, later generations and other cultures see them as just Christmas songs, Christmas carols, or just songs you hear at Christmas time. Whereas when you have a historical, contextual, cultural connection to them, I think that maybe there's a gravity in that reverence that isn't carried elsewhere. Again, I might just be talking out of the side of my face. I don't know, man. I'm just giving you my thoughts and my opinion. So thank you very much. Thank you to everybody for following the rules. Head over to Discord, get your suggestions to me. But first, read the rules. There's a little rules tab when you go to the Discord server that Tria has built. The rules have been approved by me. Most of them are made by me. So there are rules. Everything has to have rules. It's not the Wild West here, folks. So head over to the Discord server, get me your suggestions. That's what I'm going to start doing now. I'm just going to head there, go to the tab, click it, and then go down the list and start reacting. So head over to the Discord server. Make sure you're following on all the social media. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button. That way, when we live stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays, you get the notification about an hour out. I try to get them up there about an hour away, so give you time to, because I know, like that Good Morning America commercial. It's like, bro, nobody's taking time. It's like, I get it, man. I don't think that everybody's like scheduling their day around my podcast, but if you need to, I give you an hour to do that. And it gives me an hour to do kind of last minute stuff. So again, head over to the Discord server. Everything you need to know about the Wild Side with Eric Clark is there. Thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy holidays being awesome to give my video your attention. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wild Side.